Hey, my name's Nat James, and this song is called Taillights. And the air was cold that evening. If it was a dog, it would have bitten me. And unlike us, we kept our mouths shut, though we had so much to say. There was an ending that seemed fitting. I'm just glad that we weren't screaming at each other like we did most days. And good times are hard to remember, and the past is not something that I can change. Bad days are skipping stones, turning ripples into waves. You didn't even slam your door. You took your handbrake off and drove out of my life. And your taillights were so bright, they burnt themselves into my sights. And now I see you leaving every time I close my eyes. It must have been a relief for your mother. I still miss drinking with your father in your kitchen on nights when I would stay. And it's hard to lose a family that thought we would swap wedding rings with no excuse that I could give and no goodbye to say. Good times are hard to remember, and the past is not something that I can change. Bad days are skipping stones, turning ripples into waves. You didn't even slam your door. You took your handbrake off and drove out of my life. And your taillights were so bright, they burned themselves into my sights. And now I see you leaving every time I close my eyes. And I remember waiting underneath the streetlights for the longest time after you drove away. I fought that hard before, but it felt different this time. Just in case you came back, I thought I would wait. You didn't even slam your door. You took your handbrake off and drove out of my life. Your taillights were so bright, they burnt themselves into my sights. But now I see you leaving every time I close my eyes. You didn't even slam your door. It's like you were waiting for me with your keys in the ignition. And if I had climbed inside, no, I could have changed your minds. But now I see you leaving every time I close my eyes. Now I see you leaving every time I close my eyes. Thanks for watching. That was the title track of a EP I put out a couple of years ago. You can check it out on Spotify. It's in the description. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed it. Come back on Friday. There'll be a cover song. And then next Monday, so in a week's time, there'll be another original. For as long as I can keep it up. Bye.